Bienvenidos. Welcome to Cathedral of Faith Church Incorporated of Tampa, Florida. I pray that you all are well and safe and ready to receive an impactful and powerful word today. Be encouraged in the Lord and have a blessed day.
Greetings and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the broadcast for today. There is a word from the Lord. There is a word that says stand. Just one simple word, a fairly easy action, not much thinking required, but it is not our go-to position. Usually we rely on the automatic fight or flight response when we face an obstacle or adversity. Sometimes we pull ourselves together, gather our resources, and prepare to fight. Other times we run for cover, hoping to protect ourselves from the flying debris, waiting until the storm is over. Yet God offers an alternative, and that is to stand. Ephesians 6, 10th verse through the 12th. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realm. Verse 13, therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything, still stand. The phrase that keeps resounding with me is the inspiration for this word. And after you have done everything, to stand. Here is how some other versions of the Bible translate this small phrase. And having done all, stand firm. Then after the battle, you will still be standing firm. To stand firm in your place, fully prepared, immovable, victorious. So that when it is all over but the shouting, you'll still be on your feet. When should we stand? Before, after, or during the battle? There is never a time God tells us to stop standing. Did you catch that? He does not give us an out. He does not say there is a time to run and hide. He does not say that after we have given it our best, we can quit and sit down. Trust me, I have been searching for the loopholes. However, we also cannot miss what God says that he will do when we stand. God will use his strength and power to deliver us. Don't be afraid. Stand firm and watch God do his work of salvation for you today. Exodus 14 and 13. God will protect us with his armor. Put on all of the armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Ephesians 6 and 11. God will stay by our side and never leave us. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Joshua 1 and 5. Our struggles in this life are real, powerful, and inevitable. God knows this and wants us to prepare for the onslaught of the schemes and devices of the enemy, because he will throw schemes and devices at us, whereby your battle is internal or external, temporary or permanent, life alerting or mentally annoying. God's command does not change. God's word tells us we are not to be passive participants, but to be proactively prepared for battle by arming ourselves. The hard days are sure to come. There will be battles, and when they do, we have to choose to stand our ground. While our hardwired responses, we have faced dangers, may be there for us to fight, we must understand that God is with us. Stand. Don't attack or react aggressively. Don't run away and hide in fear. I have done both in my past, and neither has worked well for me. Stand in truth. Stand in God's protective armor. Stand in freedom, knowing the battle is ultimately the Lord's. Stand in the knowledge of who God is and who you are in him. Brother Preacher, how to stand? This is a very good question. I have been wrestling with this for the past several weeks. How to do, and how do I do, and how will I bring about standing again? I'll use as an acronym as a way to share what God has revealed to me. S, stop sitting and feeling sorry for yourself and start by getting back on your feet. T, take your time when you stand. You're not moving, and that's okay. Be firm, but still. A, accept God's help. Allow him to arm you with his truth, his righteousness, his faith, his word, and his spirit. And notice your surroundings. Who and what is around you? Will they propel you forward, or will they hold you back? D, defend your ground. Boundaries are a good thing, healthy and strong. People need to know how to keep the bad out and let the good in. A few more things I have to tell you about standing, and I feel I would be remiss if I did not let you in on these truths. Standing is hard, especially when you feel like moving. Standing stretches you in ways you cannot imagine. Standing can get uncomfortable. Standing may be misunderstood by others in your life. But there's one thing I want to share with you today. If God be for us, who can be against us? If there's one thing I must say today to you, and that is this, that God knows, sees, and hears all things. And he promised that he would fight our battle if we keep still. Now with those promises, what is the need to wait until the battle is over? Shout now. Enjoy what God is speaking, even though in these trying times that we're faced with, God is still there. He knows the beginning and he knows the ending. He is the Alpha and he's the Omega. He's the lily of the valley, he's the bright and the morning star. And when he stood, he said, let us make man. And in his likeness and his image we were created. So beloveds, in my closing, let me say this to you. Be firm. Be sure. Make sure that your anchor holds and grips the solid rock. Thank you. Well, you just stand when there's nothing left to do. You stand and watch the Lord see you through. After you've done all you can, you just stand. Tell me, how do you handle the guilt of your past? Tell me, how do you deal with the shame? And how can you smile when your heart has been broken and filled with pain? Tell me, what do you give when you give in your all and it seems like it's never enough? Well, you just stand when there's nothing else to do. You stand and watch the Lord see you through. After you've done all you can, you just stand and be sure. Be not entangled in that bondage again. You stand and endure. God has a purpose. God has a plan. Tell me, what do you do when you've done all you can and it seems like it's never enough? Well, you just stand. You just stand. You just stand. Don't you dare give in. Through the storm, stand through the rain, through the hurt, and through the pain. Don't you know? Don't you mean God will come? Yes, and He will step in. You can't give up now with someone going too much power. You gotta stay. Yes, you do. You got to stay. After you've done all you can. Hallelujah. After you've done all you can, after you've gone through the hurt, oh, after you've gone through the pain, after you've gone through the storm, and after you've gone through the rain, after you've done all you can, no matter what it is, after you've done all you can, after you've done all you can, you just stand.
Hello, Cathedral family, and to our online family and extended family. I'd just like to say I hope these messages have been blessing you thus far, and I'm also here to share that giving is still made easy. You may bless this ministry and give via Givelify and Tithely. That's your tithes, your offering, your seeds of blessing. We thank you for it all. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, be blessed.